Debutantes. For today's craft, we're going to be making a star wind catcher. So let's go ahead and talk about what you'll need for this project. You're going to need a wooden shape. I happened to find this wood star with a little raised wood star on it. I think it was $1.50 at Joann's, but if you cannot find this, you can use any piece of wood. This is actually a child's wood block that I found, and I happen to have these wooden stars, so you could paint those and glue those on, or you could stamp a star on here if you want. So these are your options, but I like this for the project. Like I said, it was $1.50. You're going to need a little piece of twine or string or anything you have laying around for a hanger that we will attach to the top. You'll need a scrap piece of paper, a pencil to trace the shape onto the paper. You're going to need blue and a white or cream colored paint. I'm using more of a cream color because I like the antique feel. Glue, whichever glue you're going to use. If you have little kids and you want them to use school glue, that will work perfectly fine. I will be using a hot glue gun. You will need paintbrushes, obviously, to paint your star, scissors to cut out the next step, and then some scrap pieces of fabric, ribbon, lace, whatever you have, and this will be the wind catcher part of our project. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our scrap piece of paper. You can see this was from a project I've already gone and done. You're going to lay your star on the paper and then just trace around it and cut this out. And the reason we're going to use this piece of paper is because we want the back of our project to look as pretty as the front. So I'm just going to cut this out and then set this aside. And then the next step is to go ahead and I'm going to paint my star blue and my little star white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we have our star all painted white with the blue. Now we're going to flip it over to the back side, and the first thing I want to do is I want to put my little hanger string. Now I'm using hot glue because it dries faster, but you can certainly use the school glue. You may have to hold it for a little bit longer to get it to stick if you use the school glue. So right here at the top of the star, I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue. And then I'm just going to take my string and just kind of push it down into the glue. Make sure I have plenty of room for a hanger. I'm going to smooth it out just a little because this is not a super hot glue gun. So there we go. We just have our hanger. Now we're going to put our ribbons and our fabric. We're going to attach it to the back. Excuse me. So I kind of laid this out the way I thought I would like it to look. So I'm going to start with my middle piece right here. Now this doesn't have a right side or a wrong side. So right here in the middle of my star, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Now these don't have to be all the same length, anything like that. You just kind of want it to be able to catch the wind. And I'm just going to push that one right down, just like I did before. Now I didn't take the sticker off because we're going to cover the back. Now what I like to do to make sure that my items are spaced evenly is I like to do the middle first, and then I'm going to do the two ends. Now this does have a right side and a wrong side, so you want to make sure you glue the right side down to the back of the star because that's the part that you're going to see the most. So I'm going to put that, some more glue. And I'm just going to lay that down. Now if it overhangs a little bit, don't worry, we can trim that. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the other one that I have on the end. Now I don't really have, I just did like red, white. Nothing too major. I like this side better. I'm just going to put that down. So now I'm just going to continue with these other ribbons. I'm going to glue this one here, and then I'm going to put the red one here. So let me finish those up and I'll show you what it looks like. All our pieces are glued on the back, and this is what it looks like, the bottom of the star from the front. Now because we obviously don't want this ugly part of our star to show, we want to cover it with that piece of scrap paper that we cut out earlier. And we're just going to glue that on the back and cover up all that ugliness on the back. So just go ahead and put some glue down. This does not have to be perfect, but remember, hot glue dries kind of quickly if you're using hot glue. So you might want to work a little quickly. Now, doesn't that look so much better? So now we're just going to kind of pull the little glue things off, kind of make it nice, and we're going to hang it up. Now, the ends of your ribbon may not be all the same length, so we're just going to go ahead and trim those off. So here's what the ends of mine look like. I think they're just a little too long in some places. Now, you most certainly do not have to cut them straight across. It's completely up to you, but I think I will make them even with my shortest ribbon. So I'm just going to bring them all together and cut them off. And there is our finished star. So I'm going to go find a place to hang it up, and I'll show you what it looks like all displayed. So here's our finished project. I just hung it on my little gate out front. I haven't completed my 4th of July decorations as of yet, so I will put it with all of those, but I wanted you all to see what it looked like all finished. So I hope you all enjoyed this project. Please comment down below if you do this project. I would love to see any pictures. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you have not, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.